Hi, I'm Liz. I go by Stitch by Liz with an underscore over on Instagram, and welcome to Flosstube 81. Today is Thursday. What's the date today? The 24th of July, 2025. If you are new, welcome. We have had an uptake in subscribers. We hit over 2,500, which is so exciting. If you are returning, welcome back to the Hot Mess Express. That is me, and probably this episode is going to be a little bit more of a hot mess than normal. If you are new, this is my little corner of YouTube where I talk about all of my cross stitch. This corner up here is where my husband Ross, an unpaid editor, puts his comments. He does have his own channel. He is linked down below. This little corner down here is the baby Vadies. And he comments whatever he wants to. However, he's being so naughty. He's had probably 2 days. This is day 2 of him being so naughty. He's being very naughty. So it's been an interesting couple of days. He's bitten me so many times yesterday, so many times today, and he's a little bit on edge. He needs to chill out a little bit. So I'm hoping he stays calm. Buddy, that's my notes. You can sit down there now. So what has been happening? The title of this Flosstube is Post-Surgery Update. I had surgery last week. This time last week, I was in recovery after surgery. I had surgery at 1:30 last Thursday. So, buddy, we're not cleaning ourselves on my desk. Thank you, sir. You can jump on the floor. This time last week, I was in recovery post-surgery. Surgery went well. If I never have to have abdominal surgery ever again, it will be too soon. I'm a little bit sore today. We took the waterproof dressings off yesterday, which was a time. I have 4 incisions, so that was real good fun. But everything's healing well. I am in a bit of pain. I've been struggling the past couple of days, but you know, when you have abdominal surgery and you can't bend and you can't really, sit up straight, you can lounge and stitch. And I got so many stitches in. I think over the course of 3 days, I got almost like 4,000 stitches. One of the days I hit like over 1,300 stitches, and the day before it was like just under 1,300 stitches, which is crazy. It makes for some good stitchy time. Frogwarts also happened, and that was good. I was in Hogsmeade this year, and I just really enjoyed sitting and chatting with some fellow stitchers and some fellow Flosstubers. So I have some shout outs because I hit 2,500 subs in one of the chat rooms, and I want to give some shout outs to the Flosstubers that I was in with. So first up is Kevin and Erica from Accio Whip. If you don't watch Kevin and Erica, you should. They are fantastic. I love watching their videos. So if you don't watch and subscribe, you definitely should. And the other 4 Flosstubers that I have are under 1,000 subscribers, so definitely go give them a watch and a follow. They are Erin, who is the hiking stitcher on YouTube, and Walking in Stitches on Instagram. Erin is a fellow Slytherin. Erin was the MVP last year, which was amazing. She was also in Hogsmeade this year, and we are both thinking of competing next year, so be prepared, everyone. The MVP and Slytherin MVP are coming back. We'll see what happens. Next up is Amy from Harpy Stitch. Amy is fantastic, so definitely go give her a watch. It was lovely to sit and stitch and chat with her in the rooms. We were in quite a few rooms together, which was really nice. Kate over at Fiddle Stitches, go and give her a watch. Her and her Flosstube companion are amazing. I love their videos as well. They are so much fun to watch. And it was really nice to talk to Kate as well. And finally, one of my stitchy besties, Kat, over at Kat Can Sew. If you don't follow Kat, you definitely should, because Kat is amazing. She's Kat Can Sew on Instagram as well. And definitely give Kat a follow. She shares some amazing stitching and... Sorry, my hair was falling out. She shares some amazing stitching and also some of her trips to Disney, which is amazing because I'm currently living vicariously through Kat until I return in February, which is exciting because I'm going to see Kat in February. So go and give them a follow. I'm going to get into my whips because I don't have any finishes and I don't have any new starts. So I'm just going to get into my whips and my haul, and this is probably going to be another short floss tube. I mean, I've got a lot of stitches, not a lot of projects. First up, that was ominous. Are you right? Okay, yeah, he's fine. First up is the Stephen King house by the Witchy Stitcher. This only got 100 stitches yesterday. I was having a fight with my fabric. I need to sew some fabric pieces on my fabric because it's just not sitting comfortably in the Q-snap. So I did 100 stitches and put it away. Let me move my needle minder because I literally did not even finish a thread. And this is where I'm up to. This is stitched on an 18 count mystery by Volcano Stitching. This is being stitched for my best friend Cass Crosses over on Instagram. And yeah, I got 100 stitches. It was 100 stitches of 310 down here. So that's all I got done. The reason I need to add some fabric is because for some reason I originally had a 2.5 inch margin around all the sides, and I accidentally started at 3 inches, and for some reason it wasn't the actual center, so I'm a bit tight on this edge, which, I mean, it is what it is, but I just need to add a piece of cotton on the back of that. He ripped my hair out. Oh my god, this cat is just... We're not having a time today, Vader. You and I are just... We are not copacetic today. Again. Anyway. That was Stephen King house by the Witchy Stitcher. He's currently wedged behind me and he's being very aggressive. Look at him, Vader. Not bite me, sir. Okay, next up is Dragons, a field guide by Climbing Goat Designs. This didn't get a ton of stitching in, but it was one of my whip go calls for July, so it did get hits 500 stitches, and I'm working on my 4th dragon, and that is this one up in the corner. So yeah, this is stitched on an 18 count that I hand dyed myself. Needle minder is from Ginger Stitch AU. It is a pinky fabric, but that's where I got up to. Really need to put some more progress in this. It's a finished stitch along, I'm just not finished. Okay, next up is my my current whip, and that is the Collectors by Autumn Lane Stitchery. I pulled this out yesterday to get in 1,000 stitches, and I probably have, I think, 300 to 400 left to hit that goal. I have numbers every time they spin up. Anyway, this is where I'm up to so far. All of the stitching I've put in is essentially just fill in of like 500. Then I brought like 3799 down, and I brought some of these bits down. So this is what I'm currently working on. This is an 18 count that I hand dyed myself, which for once in its life is looking great on camera. So this is my current whip. This will get some more stitching tonight, and then I'll switch out projects tomorrow. this is where this is up to. Both of these needle minders are from Ginger Stitch AU. I'm pretty sure they're no longer available. Alrighty. Next up is Books Are Magic by Counting Puddles. I am stitching this along with a multitude of other people. I have not worked on this at all this year, and this got a decent chunk of progress. And this is where it's, I'm folding this up, but this is where it's up to. So what I am doing is I originally stitched this star using Petite Treasure Braid PB10. Could not find my PB10, so stitched the moon and the other two stars in a super sparkly treasure braid. It's like crazy. So I need to frog this one and stitch it in this one, which is amazing. And then I like did the back stitch, brought the back stitching down, stitched this little star, and then I did some more of the flowers, finished filling the white page, finished doing the grey, the blue, and then like everything below. So this got a ton of progress in. This is stitched on an 18 count forest by Colour Cascade. I ordered this specifically for this and Plants and Petrichor. So I ordered one piece, cut it in half, and both fit. So just amazing. Needle minder is Smut Club. It is also from Ginger Stitch AU. Okay, next up, 2 sowls and then 1 more whip, and we are good to go. First up is the Divine Beasts Stitch Along by Needlelot Designs. This is a Ko-Fi mini sowl exclusive. The frame was released. The frame is optional. You don't have to stitch the frame, but I stitched the frame because I like it. And the first beast is being released on the 1st of August, and they are themed after Zeus, Poseidon, and Hades. So I'm excited for that to start. And I finished the border today because I ran out of my thread that I picked and had to order a skein, and it arrived today during lunch, and I stitched 85 stitches during lunch to get this finished so I could show you guys. So this is the frame done. So this is stitched on a 32 count Vintage Country Mocha 2/2. The frame uses 3 shades of DMC blue, but I have substituted DMC 121 for the whole border. It is this blue variegated, and it turned out absolutely amazing. The urn is called for, and then the medallions on the side, the corners, and the bottom I used a Petite Treasure Braid in copper. More to match the fabric than anything, but I'm obsessed with this frame. I absolutely love it. It's fantastic. Needle minder is from Ginger Stitch AU. So that's going to go away until the 1st of August, which is like, 7 days away. And then I will pull that back out and work on that. Mind you, I haven't finished Needlelot's previous stitch alongs, so they're called start alongs for a reason. Next up is another stitch along. This one is I call it the Halloween sowl, but it's a spooky night by Tiny Modernist. Someone shared the sneak peek, and I got hooked and needed to stitch this, which is what I've done. Part 4 came out yesterday. I have not stitched part 4, but otherwise I am up to date. This is probably what I will pull out once my stitches are done on the collectors. Anyway, this is where this is up to. This is stitched on a 32 count Haunted by Colour Cascade. I'm living for that, what looks like that blood spatter. So part 3 was the haunted house. Part 2 was the witch. Part 1 was the flowers. Part 4 is here. It's a jack-o'-lantern that the issue I may have is my margins. I leave a 3-inch margin on everything, but instead of starting this piece, which is the first block, where the center was actually meant to be, which is like one of these flowers somewhere, I started the skull in the middle, and I don't know why. So one margin is going to be a bit rough. Hopefully it doesn't cause me any issues. I do leave a 3-inch margin, like I said, so I think it should be okay, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. So I think once the jack-o'-lantern goes in, I'll be able to assess how much, because there's, I think, a small motif next to that. But this fabric is just amazing. So, yeah, that's what it looks like. Needle minder is a little cat in a frog costume, and that is from Ginger Stitch AU. I love the little animals and the little cats in costume. They are my favorite. All right, my final whip for the fortnight is my oldest whip, and that is, oh my gosh, my needle minder is stuck. That is Sorcerer Mickey. It is a pattern from 44/7 for 7 shades of cross stitch on Etsy. It's no longer available. This got so much progress that I hit, pretty sure I hit 90% on this. I put up a post on a story on Instagram, but this is where it's up to. So there is really not much to go. I think the whole chart has 48,000 stitches, so having 10% is really not that much, because that's all that's left. And it's so surreal, and it's going to be so bittersweet when I put in that final stitch, but that white space is literally all that's left. I had this in an 11-inch Q-snap just so I could color complete like some of the smaller colors. But I think what I'm doing at the moment is trying to fill in a lot of the bigger colors. So that way I have, like I'm trying to fill up here. So then when I put it in the Q-snap, I literally only have what's left to be stitched in the Q-snap, because this is not quite wide enough. So I work with an 8x8 Q-snap. So for me to have like a good working space, like it's too tight. Because like obviously the clamp and stuff goes on, so it's too tight. So I need to work at filling in this top section. Let me move that. This top part, and then once I put it in that Q-snap for like here down, that'll be the final, like the final move. And then it'll just be working on finishing it. So I can't believe there is really not that much left to go. This is obviously going to be worked on this weekend. We're not doing anything, which I am loving, because I just, like, I'm in a bit of pain. So, and then I'm back in the office next week. So I really need to rest while I can. So that'll be worked on this weekend. We'll see how many stitches I get. I think if I can finish the collectors and I can finish part 4 of a spooky night stitch along, then if I can do collectors tonight, maybe start part 4 tonight, do part 4 tomorrow, because part 4 is not a massive release, and I may be able to start Sorcerer Mickey tomorrow, which is Friday, and then it'll get worked on Friday, some of Friday, all of Saturday, all of Sunday, maybe Monday, we shall see. Likely Monday I'll spin a wheel, because I will need to decide what project I'm taking into the office on Tuesday. So they are my whips. I have 3 pieces of haul, and that's it. So it is another short video. I'm pretty sure I've been talking a mile a minute, which is fine. It is what it is. It's the end of the day. I'm by myself. Ross is at a movie, so I just want to get it done, and then I'm gonna go make a big salad for dinner. So yeah, anyway, my haul. I got my fabric of the month in, which I'm pretty sure I got before my last video. Or it came after I had filmed. I'm pretty sure all of this came the day I filmed, just after I had already filmed. So, you know, I didn't get to show anything. So the first thing that I got is my fabric of the month from Color Cascade. I get a 32 count Lugana. This is called Ice Ice Baby. And this is what it looks like. So it's very white with some blue. I don't know what I'll use this for, but she's cute. It's not, it's like it's blue, but it's like a little bit purple as well. So I don't know if it's going to show up, but I feel like there's a tiny bit of like really light purple in there. So that is Ice Ice Baby. It needs to get put on a board and put away. I also got my silks of the month, which works perfectly with Ice Ice Baby because these are the June silk of the month. They are more teal than what is showing up. So they are the 5. These 3 are fairly variegated, but you just can't tell on screen because I don't have white. This has got lines, so I'm not sure. I don't think it'll show up very well, but they are the silks. This one is my favorite. It is beautiful. Followed by this. So highly recommend silks for you, silk of the month. So there's two different clubs that they, technically 3 different clubs that they do. So they do the silk of the month, which is this colorway, and they are labeled with the month and then the number, like what the skein number is. So 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is the silk of the month. They also do a color of the month, which I'm pretty sure are just the mini skeins of their regular colors. And then they do a seasonal silk pack as well, which I have had before. You will have seen that in previous videos. So they do the seasonal silk, but I highly recommend. I love stitching with silk. It is so luscious. So, you know, maybe check out Silks For You, treat yourself. The last piece of haul that I have, I'm so excited about. It is from my lovely friend Lynn over at Lynn X Stitches Creates. Let me get her details. This is Lynn's card. This is Lynn's details. Lynn makes project bags. You will have seen some of my project bags. They are big, they are amazing, they are vinyl front. Lynn sells on her Instagram, and as soon as she put this up, I'm pleased so fast. This is a bag. It's beautiful. It's Disney villains. I am obsessed with this fabric. We can't get fabric like this here. I absolutely love it. Maleficent is my favorite villain. Probably followed by the Evil Queen, simply because of the Evil Queen in Disneyland. She's phenomenal. But I love that Diablo's also on here. But amazing. It is such a nice bag, and Lynn actually does the buttons to match the project bag as the zipper pull, which is phenomenal. So go give Lynn a follow. She also has a Flosstube, so go watch her Flosstubes. They are also amazing. And that's all I've got. Told you it was going to be a short video. I don't really have any plans. I'm just going to spin my wheel and see what happens. Waiting for WIPCO numbers to be called to see what is scheduled for August. And otherwise, let's crack on and get Mickey finished, because that is so close. So that's all I've got. If you've made it this far, leave a bird. Leave me a bird in the comments. Leave me a bird down in the comments below for Diablo and my bird obsessed baby Vady. thank you so much for watching. Do all the YouTubey things, like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye!